So who do we have tonight? Let's see. We got Fritz. Hold on a minute.
Can you hear me now?
I hear you, Bert. So we got Bert, we got Judith, we have Fritz, we have John. Dave is coming on. I don't see. Let's see. Where's the beach? Where's the beach? I don't see the beach coming up. The lagoon of Gilligan's Island background. We got Christy, Wendy, Leslie. Dave should be coming on. I talked to him earlier. So we'll give him a couple minutes. How's Derek doing?
Great. Thanks, Nat. How are you?
Sorry about the glitch last week.
Oh, you're
I
good.
think this is a little bit better anyway. So
Yeah, the irony is that we were doing this so Maureen could come because of Concom, but
I know.
Maureen
Yeah.
had a bad accident and she's not able to attend tonight. So
What's going on?
well, I don't know the
Is
details.
she here? Is she
No,
in
no.
Nantucket?
I don't know, but she
Oh.
has an injury, so she's dealing with that.
Oh,
Poor thing.
okay. Well, hopefully she's okay.
I think she is. It's just,
Lord.
probably couldn't concentrate because of pain. So not just as a heads up. So when we get to the minutes
Yeah.
for the two different meetings, just want to let you know that it's important that you pay attention to those who are present in December.
Oh,
And
okay. Do you have that? Everybody down on that? Because I don't have that information.
yes, I can just keep an eye on it for you, but just so
Okay.
you know, at the December meeting. Sorry, let me just go to the right page in the correct packet. At the December meeting, which is on page 8 of the packet, we had you, Fritz, Judith, Dave,
Looking. Yeah.
Maureen, Bert, Leslie, Wendy, and Jack. So when Maureen
Yeah.
and Jack are not here. So
Yeah.
John Trudell was not present. And then at the March meeting last month, we had everybody but Jack and Leslie present, but then Maureen is not here. So just FYI.
All right. So, yeah, Leslie. Okay. Got it. Okay. Great. So who's on tonight with us? Is anyone on? Is Rob on? Or this is really a very quick meeting anyway, so there's no real stuff for him, is there? But he's not on.
No, Rob's not here at this time.
Okay. And I'm assuming Leslie's not on tonight. Okay. Wait for Dave. One more minute. If he's here. Oh, he can't find the login. Okay.
You need ice.
It's the yeah.
Well,
He
should
has
have
it.
gotten, hold on a second. He should have gotten.
Your email, your last thing, it's sent earlier.
No, I know, but he should have gotten, as you all did, the separate panelists link. So as I've explained to you guys, and you know this by now, of course, so you sign up to register, and then I have to send a special list to NCTV.
Right.
And then they send out an invite that has an individualized panelist link for each of you. So each of you is automatically a panelist by virtue of that link. So they should have gotten that.
All right, I'm forwarding it to him right now. See if he
No, it
can
wouldn't be
get
the
it.
same. It wouldn't be the same. Everybody's got an individual link. You understand?
Oh, you can't just click join here one?
No, a Zoom webinar is a whole different story. It's
Oh, I thought you could do that. All right, never
you
mind.
should have gotten it. Mark, if you can hear me,
Yep, go ahead.
do you know if Dave Iverson received his special? I sent you that CSV this morning. Dave Iverson was on there with 2 different emails. Does he?
Yeah, I sent the latest one that you gave me.
You mind resending it? Just
You got send it to both of the emails. I mean, send it to his.
he's not even on the attendee list, which means maybe he failed. But you could, Mark, you wouldn't have even been able, there he is. There he is. He made it. Good job.
Yeah, all right.
All righty then.
Okay.
Oh, poor guy. He can't see. He's got the sun in his eyes. When?
Oh, that's terrible. That's just awful.
Seriously, dude, every time we see you, you're some cool place.
I was about to say it was nice to see you again, Eleanor, but I'll take it back now.
Oh.
All right, beautiful.
So we
Thanks,
have
Dave.
everybody,
All right.
including Leslie. Hello, Leslie. Nice to see you.
I'm here.
So let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yes. Okay. I'm ready to go whenever you want.
Okay, so we'll call the meeting to order. And don't need to get into the weeds with the pandemic regulations. So this is Nat Lowell, Chair of the Planning and Economic Development Commission. Permit me to confirm that all members and persons anticipated on the agenda are present. I will go through the names. Fritz McClure.
Hi.
Judith Wagner.
Aye.
John Trudell.
Aye.
Dave Iverson.
Hi.
Christy Ferrantella.
Aye.
Bert Johnson.
Aye.
Leslie Johnson.
Aye.
And Wendy Hudson.
Aye.
And Jack is not here, will not be here, and Maureen is not here. So thank you, everyone, for coming. Appreciate it. We need to get some business done for Derek, for us. So we'll move on to the approval of the agenda. Is there a motion?
So moved. Bert.
Second.
All those in favor by roll call: Christy Ferrantella,
Aye.
Bert
Aye.
Johnson, Leslie Johnson,
Aye.
Wendy Hudson,
Aye.
Chris McClure,
Hi.
Judith,
Aye.
John Trudell,
Aye.
and Dave Iverson.
Hi.
And the chair votes aye. Thank you. The minutes of December 21st. Does anyone have any questions, additions, subtractions, things to add?
Recused from, I didn't attend that meeting, Nat.
Oh, so you weren't at that one either?
No, I
Okay,
was in Charleston. No.
okay. So no, John. Okay.
He was at the March meeting, just not at the December.
Correct. Right.
Yes, okay,
One meeting at a time. Right.
okay. So
Move
who made
approval.
them? Is there a second?
Second.
Okay, Dave. So all those in favor, Fritz McClure,
Hi.
Judith Wagner,
Aye.
Dave Iverson,
Hi.
Christy Ferrantella,
Aye.
Bert Johnson,
Aye.
Leslie Johnson.
Aye.
Oh, Leslie, was Leslie at that meeting? You were,
Yes, she
she
was.
was at that meeting.
I couldn't call in. Remember I talked to you?
Yeah, and then the next one you weren't at. Okay, got it.
She
And
was
then,
there.
so-
She was there in December.
Okay. All right, very good. Sorry about that. And Wendy?
Aye.
And chair votes aye. Thank you. And so the minutes of March 15th. I have,
Move approval.
is there a second?
Second.
Thank you, John. With all those in favor, Fritz McClure,
Hi.
Judith,
Aye.
John Trudell,
Aye.
Dave Iverson,
Hi.
Christy Ferrantella,
Aye.
Bert Johnson,
Aye.
and Wendy Hudson,
Aye.
and the chair votes aye. Thank you.
Skip me. You
I
skipped
know,
me.
because you weren't at that meeting.
Okay. Gotcha.
That part we have, I had it written down from Eleanor. I forgot about the other one. Okay, so we'll take public comment. Does anyone out there for something that's not on our agenda? Eleanor, is there anybody on tonight?
Apparently not. Nope.
Okay. So the 3C programming documents, Derek, did you start us off and get us up to speed?
Yeah, so thank you for having me. The Nantucket Planning and Economic Development Commission has a responsibility to publish a document called the Transportation Improvement Program, the TIP, every 5 years, or every year, but updated in 5-year chunks, to reflect any federally funded transportation projects happening in your region. And we are here to release the draft FFY 2022 to 2026 Transportation Improvement Program for Nantucket for 21-day public comment. All of the regions in the Commonwealth were required to release their draft 22 to 26 tip in the month of April for public comment and endorsement in May. And then all of the different regions' tips will be reflected in a statewide transportation improvement program to be sent for review and approval by the Federal Highway Administration and Federal Transit Administration. So in your packet is the draft 22 to 26 tip. We call it for short. That was prepared by Billy Sod from staff. As has been discussed at past meetings, there are no regionally funded highway tip projects on your tip, although there is a statewide funded tip project, Safe Routes to School project. If you look at page 50 of the packet, it's page 17 of the actual tip. It's for $993,816 for the Nantucket Middle School, High School complex improvements funded with statewide money for the Safe Routes to School program. And then any Nantucket Regional Transit Authority monies that are received are reflected in the tip as well on the transit side. So there's 5 pages for each of the years 22 through 26 of transit projects receiving federal funds on your tip. I'm happy to answer any questions about this. I didn't develop this. I talked with staff on updating it, but I will be providing comments of my own once this is released for the public comment period. And by my own, I mean MassDOT and FHWA and FTA, among others, will comment on this document just to make sure that it's consistent with what's required by the federal government. Any questions?
Thank you, Derek, for that explanation. Does anyone have any questions for Derek or for Andrew? Judith?
The major item that's in there is really the roundabouts near the schools. And I thought the select board had said they don't want to pursue that at this time. And I'm not sure if, given what we know now, how this commission would ultimately decide that. I'm just wondering, I see why that's carried forward because it's been there before, but are we losing an opportunity to put something else in that would be equally substantial and maybe more of shared concern within the community, like work on Millie's Bridge, for example?
I don't think you're missing an opportunity for a project like that. However, what the tip is saying is that there are not currently funds programmed for any projects ready to advertise and deliver during that time frame, at least with your regional target funds. The SRTS project is one that the island had applied for funds for and was awarded, along with other communities in the Commonwealth, for Safe Routes to School improvements. I'm not sure what the specifics are of this project. I believe it's sidewalk and crosswalk improvements. but it's not the same as the Milestone Rotary project from years past.
I know it's not the same as Milestone, but there were proposals for roundabouts by the schools.
Derek, can I just, I think there's an opportunity throughout this to amend the tip, right? To basically schedule a hearing if projects advance to a level where we think that they might be eligible for tip funding in the future. There's an opportunity to bring those forward at that time. Is that right?
Correct. So this is just the FY 22 to 26 tip. We update them every year in the Commonwealth. So if over the course of the next year or the next 2 years, Nantucket identifies a project that it's able to advance through design and see a window of opportunity to leverage federal dollars that are available in order to advertise, construct, and deliver the project, that is something that at a future point you can add to a tip, be it through an amendment to the existing tip, the 22 to 26 tip, or a later tip like the 23 to 27 tip or the 24 to 28 tip at a future point that the island is ready.
But I'm sorry, just one more follow-up, Mr. Chair.
Yeah.
What is the significance of keeping the current status of the tip as it is? That conveys to the public, I think, a sense that that still is a priority and is desired to occur. And maybe Christia's comments about the select board view on all this, but it just strikes me there's conflicting messages going on here, and I'm just trying to understand that. I understand there can be an amendment at some point. It's just if this is going out for public comment, I assume that's supposed to communicate that this is a project that the town wants funding for and seeks to pursue. Isn't that the point of it? Otherwise, why would you publicize it?
Mr. Chairman, can I just, I think we're talking about on page 45 of the packet, there's a project review committee approved transportation project. And I think that simply got carried forward. It just would be deleted.
Thank you, Andrew. That's, you got it.
Okay.
Big go. Thank
All right.
you.
And Andrew, can I just ask a, sort of follow up to what you've just been saying? I think we have the Surfside Bartlett versus the high school. We call it, locals say high school intersection. Let's call it Four Corners versus Surfside and Bartlett.
Yep.
We're talking about the Surfside Bartlett one is what Judith is technically referring to as far as the select board. And we had it on a previous tip. It was actually in the queue for a tip approval or a bid, I believe. It was already ready to go. But the high school, the other intersection is the one that I think, is the focus or will be for the next sort of stab at this whole roundabout thing through that process, through this, whatever process that undertakes. I'm assuming it would be a tip, but that doesn't necessarily mean it will be. So they're two separate complete things, Andrew, am I correct? We never had the Four Corners one as a, as a funded or potentially funded tip project, I believe.
Right. And the main reason is, so this project, the Surfside Road project was at a design level and a right-of-way assembly level that warranted it being included. The one at the high school is not even, the design is not even finalized. The right-of-way is still in flux. There's all kinds of remaining issues that, I mean, it's premature to put it on at this point. I mean, there's
and I just want to make sure that we know that, I just want to make sure that we all understand that there are two completely separate projects. One is in a different stage than the other, even though the one that isn't ready is the longest discussion in history of roundabouts on Nantucket. Okay. Probably before Derek was even close to being in his job, that's been going on. So, okay. So that's good. Does anyone else have anything to add to this or any questions? For either Derek or Andrew or both?
Mr. Chair, what's the next step after the 21-day review process?
I can answer that. So after the 21-day review process, at a May meeting, after public comments have been reviewed and reflected into the tip, whether any changes need to be made that are agreed upon by staff, or if there's just grammar issues, whatever it comes out to, that's presented to this group, this commission, in order to endorse at a May meeting. And with that endorsement, it can then be included in the statewide transportation improvement program.
So Derek, if I may, through you, Mr. Chair. So with the 21-day review process, if we're going to add something or amend something or introduce something at our next meeting, would there be a need for another 21-day with any kind of changes that anybody would make?
No, you would basically make a decision between now and next meeting on what changes, if any, you'd like to reflect in your tip. That's it. There's
Sounds good.
an opportunity for public meeting. It looks like you have May 17th as a public meeting date to solicit comments prior to approval in the draft document. So there'll be that opportunity as well to hold a formal meeting, but I defer to staff from the island to determine when and how that'll play out.
Thank you.
Yeah, and
Okay.
John, I wouldn't anticipate a lot of changes to this document right now. All
I'm not suggesting that.
any and all changes are coming up for probably next year once, we're restaffed, as you know, so.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, thank you again for all that information, Derek. Appreciate it. So does anyone else have any questions before we, otherwise I'll accept a motion from someone.
Move to send this for public review.
Okay.
You authorized the release of the draft FFY 2022-2026 tip for a 21-day public review period.
What she said.
That's what she said. That's right.
So
That's
moved.
it.
Second.
Is there a second?
Second.
John, did you second that?
I
Or is
did.
that, I can't.
Fritz
Your
did.
voice is way behind the screen.
Fritz's
like,
arm went
one
up,
of those
my
old-
voice was there, so.
One of those old
You-
cartoons.
I
Okay.
gave the time.
All those in favor, Fritz McClure. You're muted, Fritz, sorry.
Aye.
Judith,
Aye.
John Trudell,
Aye.
Dave Iverson,
Aye.
Christy Ferrantella,
Aye.
Bert Johnson,
Aye.
Leslie Johnson,
Aye.
and Wendy Hudson,
Aye.
and chair votes aye. Thank you. Thank you all for that. So Derek, do you have anything else for us?
No, at the May meeting though, staff from Nantucket should have prepared a 2022 UPWP to present to you. That's the Unified Planning Works Program. It's where you spell
Yes.
out the different tasks that are going to be performed
Yeah.
by staff toward performing the 3C transportation planning work, like making the tip and making sure projects happen and traffic counts are performed, yada, yada, yada.
Okay.
Billy has done that. It's his last official duty. He is finishing up this week. We're very sad for him to leave, but he has found a private sector position. So anyway.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. So is there any other committee reports that anyone has to enlighten us on? I have a couple of little comments I want to make that people probably have seen on some type of news report. So if no one has anything, so some of you have probably heard or read about the Susan Moran bill in State House about the steamship. So just a quick explanation of what that bill is, well, designed to do is to take away the weighted votes that the islands have to keep the islands, I don't want to say in control, but in the majority of, that's just the way the system has been designed for years, and actually was amended in 1999, and when New Bedford got a seat. So there's definitely an incredible amount of back and forth with the Vineyard, because this really started with Falmouth and Woods Hole with the new terminal and all the reconstruction, and it's unlikely to pass, according to our representation from Mr. Fernandez and Sear. They're totally against it, but this is something that's going to be going on for a while. You're going to be hearing about it, and there's a lot of animosity between Falmouth and traffic. We're back on the same discussion we were 23 years ago. So hopefully this will find its way to a bitter end and we go back to normal, and hopefully that happens. So I just wanted you to know about it. Other business, does anyone have any questions? Work at the Milestone Rotary, I was gonna ask Andrew to say something about that, or I would if anyone wanted to know some of the stuff that's been going on there and how that's kind of a prelude to making it safer and better for pedestrians and bicycles to be more away from the traffic. And if and when that project happens, right, Andrew, that it will allow for the roundabout, the Rotary to move, and all that work will be pre-done, is what Rob said to me when I asked him about that.
Right.
Which is really a smart thing to do. I mean, I thought that was pretty good.
Right.
So, that's
Rob
go ahead. Sorry.
Rob initiated a lot of that work after, the bike path on the other side of the road went in to improve that side of the road. And a lot of that's done with an eye towards the land bank development of the park on the Hayes property as well. So there should be, there's going to be some further access and connections there. And some more landscaping and other things coming. But Rob's intent was to move the bike traffic away from all the vehicular traffic and utilize that extra wide right of way for, places for the bikes to congregate side of the edge of the road. So.
I think it's great. It scared me at the beginning, and then you can really see what the plan was now. Andrew, is there anything with our bill on the land, on the easement? Did that get approved? How does that work, the state? Is that the Attorney General, or is that actually a vote of, House and Senate? How does that work? The land from the Hayes property.
Yeah, well, again, we haven't finalized the design there, but the overall intent is to move we have more right of way than people realized. And I think we have more cooperation with the water company that we're able to shift the
Oh,
final rotary design so it won't be on the land bank property at all.
oh, okay. I didn't realize that. I thought we had an article that got sent to Boston for that
Yeah, it has not passed
slight
yet.
sliver of land there.
Right.
Okay. All right. Anyone else have anything?
Yeah, Nat,
Add?
Nat,
Yes, Bert.
yeah, what are the paving projects? Is Victor gonna do anything on Milestone this summer?
Don't think.
I don't
Milestone?
know.
Milestone, no. Not that I'm aware of. He's doing work Pulpus and other places, but I don't think so.
I
I'll
think
find
Bert's referring to some of the, I think Bert might be referring to the widening to Bunker Road.
Right,
I'm
exactly.
not sure if that's what he's thinking. Okay. I don't know about that, obviously. I don't know if that's probably a fall thing. I don't know.
I'll ask him.
That work. Yeah. Judith, you had your hand up?
Yes, I was going to ask if it's in order, Mr. Chair, that we join in a resolution to thank Jack Gardner for his amazing service over the years. His health isn't allowing him to continue to actively participate, and I didn't try to write something, but I think if we just authorize you to express our sentiment of appreciation to Jack, is that in order?
Yeah, I think Andrew and I have chatted a couple times about this, and you and I have talked about this as well, Judith. Jack is, the people that have come through this, whether it's planning board, commission, both, Donald, Frank, there's some pretty significant people. Jack would be definitely in that group, or more in some ways, and other ways depends on which, board you're talking about. I think there's probably going to be some more formal, recognition, Andrew. What I think that we should all do, or maybe you can communicate this through to Libby, and have a planning board, planning commission, board of selectmen, select boards sort of combined effort, because he was both. He was a planning board member for years. He was on the zoning group of 3 people that worked on the zoning, was Marlon Roundsville and Jim Barch and him. 3 people. He told me the whole story. I'll never forget as long as I live now. And his knowledge is like the Athenaeum for things that Andrew took 20 years to learn. So I think there needs to be some sort of formal thing between all of us. So what Judith said, I totally agree with, but I think we need to communicate through town administration and sort of have a joint, some sort of joint recognition, Andrew.
Okay.
People don't even know he was on the planning board. His signature was on Cannonberry Lane last year, 1973 approval. No one ever built a house on the left. They didn't sell those lots. Remember when that came through? He was the only person alive that was on that, I believe. I don't know if Donald was on there. He missed 1 or 2 years. He might have been on there too. So that's my thought on Jack. Jack is a pillar of the community in so many areas. What he's done over the years, it's impossible to give him what he deserves right here. Yeah, that's for sure.
That's a much better solution. I just can't help but think
we
of his
can't forget. Oh, I listen, Flint still doesn't have have a bench at the steamship. We talk about it all the time. So where's Flint's bench? I mean, you forget about people after a while and it's like, wait a second, we didn't even recognize them. You know what I mean? So I think that, you know, a lot of people don't even know what's going on with him right now, which is another issue. So it's sort of like he kind of disappeared and no one really knows what's going on. So I think that there has to be some sort of
What is going on?
recognition.
Enlighten us.
The only thing we know is that he is supposedly moved to a nursing home off island, Bert.
Okay.
But we don't really know any other, as far as I know, we don't know anything else. Andrew, you haven't
Mhm.
seen anything, have you, from his daughter since then?
No, nothing, no.
Since that,
Right.
town received an email from his daughter saying he was effectively no longer able to serve in his capacities.
Well,
So, and he has,
if Andrew picks up what nursing home he's in, I'd love to have the address. If I'm over there, I'd love to stop by and visit him.
Sure.
exactly, I feel the same way. Yeah.
Yeah, that's important, folks. Visual visits is really important.
So, with that said, Judith, thank you for bringing that up because it's you know, it's important for sure. Does anyone else have anything to add before we cook some dinner? Or go back to work or both?
Move to adjourn.
Okay, is there a second?
Second.
Okay, all those in favor, Fritz,
Aye.
Judith,
Aye.
John,
Aye.
Dave, if you're still there,
Aye.
Christy,
Aye.
Bert,
Aye.
Leslie,
Aye.
Wendy,
Aye.
and the chair votes aye. Derek, thank you for being there for us. I don't know if you're still there, but thank you.
My pleasure. Take care.
We appreciate you. Thank you, Andrew. Thank you, Eleanor.
Thank you.
See ya. Take care. Bye.
Bye, everybody.
Not all.
See ya.
Bye.